we are going to go to Infernal again. Meriday's made some god tier plays. We know that, you know, when you're seeing Modern Life pop off in some of these team fights too, it all just kind of gels together, and you could see why Ballistix lost some of those fights, so there were better positive traits for BlossoM. But I feel like Wiz is just a little bit too slow going to where he needs to be, so every time they get like a 2-for-1 trade or win a team fight, they're just not able to capitalize. Whereas Zhonga is like already where he's supposed to be before he's supposed to be there. Like, he's so fast on these rotations. Even on Urel, he was split pushing to the keep wall, and there was never, like, Blaze was always behind, never there to match him. So that's something I noticed, and I'm not in. Wiz is a fantastic solo lane player, and he's often the shot caller as well. But in that last game, especially, it felt really low impact. I'm not going to judge his Artanis because, I mean, well, he was playing Artanis, but Blaze did not make a dent.
That did not impress us at all. Well, moving on to game 3, seems like we're off the Spider. No Nazeebo. I know there are a lot of fans out there, but have some Bible thumbs out there. But going into Infernal Shrines, and 3 out of 3 Deckard, first pick.
Yep, gonna be prioritizing that one for Meridday. As you said, one of the better Deckards in the world. Last time this happened, we saw the priority of Karzim, and that's a good pick when you know that Garrosh is going to be the tank, which ended up being the case on Sky Temple. If BlossoM wants that again, they're going to have to lock it in now. It's Malfurion instead here, and you need that sustainability on Infernal Shrines.
An early lock on Hanzo, as SC's hero pool could be a thing, and they just want to secure that before anything happens.
I mean, he showed a lot of flexibility at Eastern, but now that there's extra heroes, like Diablo wasn't banned like this before Eastern. Whitemane didn't exist, so it was a lot tougher for SC to play Hanzo because it would just be banned against him every game. Now if you ban his Hanzo, then that means that Magi can play Whitemane, or Hooligan gets his Diablo, so that's why he's grabbing this early. Because now BlossoM, if he didn't get it, BlossoM would ban it right now, but they can't. He's already picked it up.
It seems like a hammer draft for me, for BlossoM. And that's the reason why they will ban Raynor for now. But they also want to grab that hammer, or maybe a counter 5th pick. Like the Chromie, but Chromie did get some change. Nerfed onto range.
This could be a Li-Ming pick as well.
Li-Ming, although I love Li-Ming, Li-Ming does not work the best on this map. Like, when you're fighting on that shrine, the defenders block most of your skill shots all the time.
That's one of the frustrating things about her. So they're going to save that 5th pick for last. Well, I mean, that's how 5th pick works, but they're going to save their DPS for the 5th last pick.
It's 200 IQ drafting.
Yeah. They didn't pick their 5th pick 4th. Like, smart guys, these guys.
I think that's exactly what they... Ooh, okay. Phoenix for now, but the final...
I think we're looking at maybe a Muradin. Yeah, it's just safe. Now, Li-Ming, or is it going to be, excuse me, is it going to be, I mean, there's not a lot of options here for SDE, to be honest.
Li-Ming only worry would be the BlossoM, they have lots of sustain and they're super tanky.
Kel'Thas, so...
Kel'Thas in the house, and it is actually not Tempest. SDE's first ever Kel'Thas, I think, in his career.
This will be the first time. He has never played it before, did not play it during the resurgence of Kel'Thas in Mid-Season Brawl, where Kel'Thas saw a lot of play from China, actually. And that's where the resurgence started to come through after his slight rework. He got Ignite back, for example, but... I was talking about this earlier with you. This is the map where we see the most hero diversity in Heroes of the Storm. Li-Ming doesn't suit the comp. They needed a mage to make sure that Hanzo's, sustained damage could have a burst to complement it. And we didn't think about Kel'Thas because he's so rarely played, and this is going to be first career game for SDE on the Kayle. We didn't think about it, but it actually makes a lot of sense. It fits the draft really, really well.
And that's why Lockdown from Tempest actually played on this map, especially But SDE playing Kalthus, that just excites me to another level because he's going outside of his boundaries, which he's not really comfortable on.
Yeah. Very well said. You have to have burst if you're running Hanzo against Deckard. If you just have, say if they picked like Vala, or if they, I don't know, even picked like a Tychus, all the damage would just be out-healed by Merry Days. So, you know, this pick is pretty required. So good for the objective.
And no convection. I'm even more excited now. SD, he knows exactly what to do, what not to do as a Kalthus.
I always go convection, man. Just for the Reddit haters out there.
And that is not, I'm gonna say my word, Wolf.
Convection was more meta in 2017 in Korea, when we did see Kalthus every now and then.
In some maps like a Spider where you can actually keep safe, just having the wall for a long time, you can actually have some stacks.
So, important to note that we actually have Shandos at level 1, 2 for Malfurion, and that's going to mean cooldown reduction on a more consistent scale for Kalthus' abilities. So there's some synergy there with Malfurion. That means we're going to see more Qs, we're going to see more Flame Strikes.
And more CCs on Kalthus. He has basically got hard CCs everywhere, but post 7, Malfurion's got that Nature Cure, so she should be feeling better.
Just innervates Hanzo instead, and like Scatter Arrow just happens non-stop without a break. There just isn't a cooldown.
That's another strategy. Can always happen.
Well, I mean, with Mana Addict, like, Mana is never going to be a problem for SDE. Especially if he, well, he won't, but if he took the Spears upgrade to give Mana, it would be like, well, he's never, ever, ever, ever going to be out of Mana, but he's already at that point. Gondar, the risky position. He'll be playing main tank 3 times in a row today. Maybe have to wonder if that's just his main role now. That's how he's starting it off.
And also, Honkono's first ever, not first ever, I can't really say that, but for 2018, first role play.
Yeah,
he used to be melee assassin long time ago when he first came into like Super League.
When he was playing under the ID Raverlord.
Yes, exactly. I forgot about that.
Which was basically just a misspelling of Ravenlord. I'm pretty sure. He used another ID after that too, before he became Honkono. Evergreen.
Evergreen.
Yeah, he was Raverlord, Evergreen, and then Honkono. Then he was going to change it, and then he didn't, thankfully. Got to keep a brand. Uh-oh, Gondar, man, if he got hit by that root, he'd be in trouble. That Noblesse invade over here gives information over to BlossoM, but it was fairly risky as Merry Day is just making a potion flower over here. 200
IQ potions here. Sometimes that will actually save you if you leave that in lane. You're missing lots of skill shots mid. Xiangha gets with propulsion. GC follow up with Kalthus. There's a lot of damage. Gondar gets
caught in
that power slide.
That was such a good power slide. And Jigga, the other thing too is the charge that we saw, the jet propulsion actually made the spread. It made the chain bomb actually chain there. So, you know, at the highest level of play, that's not going to happen by accident, you know. It's really easy to spread against that if you are just paying attention. So you're kind of forced to use CC to make that spread, and that's exactly what he did. So we'll see what he takes at level 7. Because with the rework, it's not, you know, necessarily going to be the burn flesh, which is more common. We'll find out in just a second as this wall goes down. He will have the extra experience to lock that one in.
And most of the time, it's a basic attack one that a lot of the Kalthus actually go for these days. They do get the Punisher, yes, it is a basic attack, but BlossoM is actually doing not bad at the top. They were actually pressuring somewhat of the wall. Kalthus not now, even with Blaze, they can't do the same, but they got some work done up there.
No. The auto attacks can't miss, so that's why Korean pros like to use this. I mean, unless there's a blind, which there's not. So you basically get value out of this no matter what. The same reason why you get the Chromie auto attack. If you click on someone, they're going to take that extra damage. It's not going to be based on whether your Q goes off. It's not going to be based on the bomb spread, which at this level of play is just not really going to be a thing unless you force it with CC like we saw earlier. Ballistix has all 3 cannon towers, or rather all 3 walls really damaged here. They're going to get punished for this rotation though. So much damage coming out though with the living bomb. Gondar jumps through. It's going to be the kill here onto Urel.
And this entire time, Blaze was not here.
Yeah, like this is basically a 5v4 that BlossoM is losing.
They can sustain all day with vectors, but if Urel's way too far in, I feel like Wiz is just not having his day today. Has some low synergy with his teammates, as Vectors is way too far away. No potions for you, no shield either.
Kel'Thas is just so good in these choke points too, and BlossoM is kind of walking into traps a lot of the time.
And we actually forgot about, because he's a mage with a CC. That just provides a lot more activation, a lot more crowd control for the team to lock down. Even Muradin is having a tough time surviving.
Okay, Jungha is finally going to get ganked here, and this was a long time coming because he's just been able to do so much up here. It's part of the reason why Ballistix has that experience lead. They will take this camp as a result because the pressure was moved top. They knew that. And Kel'Thas SE is just constantly flame striking this. Trying to siege as best he can. They have a lot of poke.
No Pyroblast
of
this game.
course, no Pyroblast this game.
If there's someone like Hanzo or some squishy hero backline, maybe Pyroblast, which we did see.
If you couldn't dodge it with Warp, it would be very strong against Phoenix actually, but you know, yeah, you can dodge it. So. And
even with Irel, you will just get armor every single time you're about to get hit by a Pyroblast. So less of a reason altogether.
I saw that a lot in the other regions. Phoenix is just consistent damage, and it can be used for poke and siege as well onto the forts.
And Ballistix is actually really good at that. They're really good at setting up. It's destroying the walls, go rotate from all lanes to another, and then when they go into keep or fort, they actually push that out really well. So with the Phoenix, how they actually push into the lane will help them a lot, of course, with Kel'Thas. Unusual pick for them. It certainly has been working really well this game.
It's crazy good on the Shrine too, if you're going to fight there, because you know Deckard's not going to heal the can't heal the defenders, so you're always going to get value out of it. Gondar looking for the flank here, perfect cleanse.
Done by Magi. As a mosh pit, cancelled by the Lornado. It's going to continue with Sunder. Wiz dives in, but can't really find the perfect target. There's a CC from Kel'Thas, now surviving themselves alone.
Okay, Wiz getting these potions here is going to survive, but the fight is already won for Ballistix. All they have to do is re-engage onto the point. They already have the lead on Punishers, or rather the defenders here. Sonic Arrow just checking. They're trying to find out where Gondar is. Hooligan even uses a face melt there just to try to find him. He doesn't physically see him, but he knows where he is. Now he's shown himself. Let it face melt here. Okay, Hooligan barely gets caught by that weird hitbox. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Like, you always get caught on the edge. You don't think you will, but you do.
Okay, on this team by Ballistix, a lot of their heroes are on cooldown. Lornado's back. Everything except for Sunder for BlossoM.
The arrow, though, is available here for SC, and that's going to be what he's looking to engage with.
The propulsion block there. Salvo gets the kill. Gondar. That's a trade for Muradin. Continues. Arrow still being pulled,
Phoenix
and SD actually goes in.
Okay, Wiz is going to be the target. He gets massive damage there from the scatter arrow.
He had the defender.
Oh, look at that timing on that arrow! What? Modern Life caught by that after warp. That was so cool. He didn't get the kill.
Yes,
but
unfortunately, there was no follow CC from Kel'Thas. I believe lots of skills were on cooldown, but if Kel'Thas had the full combo, maybe it was certainly going to be a kill. That was a pretty cool one. And
that's what I love to see.
Some hype moment by Wolf. Has to happen every single game.
Yeah, I gotta yell at some point.
Stop yelling! You're bleeding my ears.
Sorry, man. Your ears gotta bleed. Your ears gotta bleed when stuff like that happens.
I love it. Every single day. Hooligan positioning himself here.
Oh, that was really well done. Into the CC there from Kel'Thas. Gondar is so low. He spreads the flame as well onto Honkono. Has to back off. How much they're actually able to spread these chain bombs almost makes you wonder if like he wants to take Living Bomb until he won't. But
well, for that they didn't get a kill onto Gondar, but they got the Sundering out, so that's good enough. And they still have to push from the Punisher. Look at that, Punisher still has 50% HP, so Phoenix has to be staying up there. They get this camp, and they will very likely get the fort right down there in second. Ooh. Look at that snowball just rolling ahead, Ballistix. They make this game look so easy.
They really do. And it's a Kel'Thas pick as well. It's kind of crazy. BlossoM is still very much in this game. They're not that behind. They are structurally, as you know, Ballistix has all 3 forts up and undamaged. But besides that, like in terms of where their comp, you know, is, and it's not like they've missed their power spike or anything like that. They have all the keeps, so map control is not against it. But again, look at this. I keep watching these moments where, you know, I have to feel like, how is Jungha allowed to get so much extra soak over Wiz? Like, we're gonna look at that in the score screen. It's experience. Because if you're failing these rotations to get kills and all 3 forts are up, why isn't Wiz in the top lane? Like, what advantages are you gaining from having him down here? Getting a neutral camp is all they get, whereas Ballistix is going to get 16 much, much faster. And it's only a 2-kill lead we're talking about here. This is not like Ballistix is crushing this game so they're 2 levels up. It's Jungha is winning this matchup as finally Wiz goes to the top lane to clean the wave. And look at where Wiz goes. He's immediately finding another objective. He's immediately going somewhere else. Jungha is to get more soak. It's going to be in the mid lane in this case.
Of course, it's a little harder when you have to make safer rotations. Luckily, you do have the mid fort, so it's less of a harass, but you do have to take a longer way. You're super behind in game. You have to take camp control. When you don't have Irel along with the team comp, Phoenix will get rooted, and that's going to be the first kill. You do need some extra protection, not just the Thrall. When Sundering is actually on cooldown, you would rather have Irel. I think they're trying to go for safety. Very safe game, but they're so behind. They need to do something more aggressive. I understand what you're saying.
You know, they're trying to make these picks. They're trying to get these kills, but Ballistix is just rotating so well. And SDE caught by another stun, but there's no follow-up damage. No one's on the same page here. Meriday's caught. 2 living bombs out here. Gondar just diving deep regardless. He's caught by this power slide. Does Avatar at the last second here, but it's not going to be enough to save him. This just may be the beginning of the end. There's the arrow follow-up. Meriday gets the slow here, but Jungha's going to catch him.
Stay.
No happy ending here.
Stay. Oh wait. That's on cooldown.
10 seconds left before he could use that. We would have died either way. But he wished they could have put him to sleep there for a moment. Sweat push over here. It's all BlossoM could do is get a wall. And oh my god, you know what? That's actually going to be a double kill.
Look at that zoom in. Root pair up, Kel'Thas, 3 kills basically.
I don't even know what they were thinking. Like, I was like, well, he almost got a wall, but what? They had no vision of where everybody was. That's going to be one of the ones you look at the VOD review and you're like, you know, I wish we weren't watching this film. I wish we weren't taking a look back at that moment.
I wish I had gone to Rotten Tomatoes and looked at the ratings before I went to the movies.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I feel.
Thing is, like, for them, they're like the reason why it was a bad Rotten Tomato rating, man. They're the actors in this movie. Okay, Hooligan gonna have so much support here. He took a lot of damage, but he's okay. Bunker actually kind of blocks them in this choke as well. Punisher's out. Look where Jungha is. At all times, he's getting value in this top lane. He's pushing it hard. As soon as the Punisher comes out, does he push with it? Does he hesitate for a second? No, he wants that top keep. He wants to get the most out of this top lane.
Punisher plus 6 Goatman. 2 levels apart. Ballistix. What can possibly go wrong? They go in. They make the engage. Phoenix has to be careful. There's so much CC, and the reason why they can do all that is Hooligan is surviving, and he's been making super plays. Look at that Muradin. CC for
forced.
Days.
Yeah, Avatar forced here super early. SDE is caught, though. It's going to be the first death for Kel'Thas this game. Hooligan with the power slide, trying to turn this one around. Urel going to go ahead and pop her defenders as well, so she's healing up. This could be the first team fight win for BlossoM here, just under keep. It's going to be a double. No, the bunker goes up. Modern Life's forced to warp away. SC, can he thread the needle? The answer is yes. He's going to come back here on the Merry Day, and suddenly Ballistix, in a lost fight, they turn it around. SC survives again.
That's a crazy amount of meal from Mog.
Oh my God!
Keeping them alive with the Moonfire hitting on multiples at the same time as he still survived. That was basically a Kel'Thas gone 4v5 without a mosh pit. It's back now off cooldown, but how they managed to pull that off with the bunk starting from the bunker, Blaze almost fell.
That's a
bunker
double
just
keep.
At the right time.
That's a double keep right there. That's 20. We can see on the minimap, SC is just prepping the wave to get this top keep. Mid goes down. And they, are going to have to try to take the safer route mid out, but SC is going to get the top keep. So very, very well played. I mean, damn. Hooligan's got the bolt with the 20. He may
20,
still die.
Well, if you can jump, but I can face melt you into choke
and
point,
the choke!
where Kel'Thas will just do a crazy amount
There's
of
the arrow.
There's a game of a play of the game. The kill, Kano does not get CC'd. A little early jet propulsion goes down with the damage regardless.
What a stomp the late game has been here. Scaling so good. He's got the repositioning Phoenix as well here at 20. Our life just tickles everyone with this, whatever Phoenix's heroic is called. I can't remember. Salvo.
Yes. Decker goes down in
salvo.
the middle. Oh, SC just snipes him. He just jumps over and says, I'm overall stronger than you, doing more damage. Phoenix goes down, and Gondar surviving, but it seems like we have a core call from Ballistix.
Looks like it. They've got catapults coming from the mid lane as well now as Gondar.
Let's see the celebration. Hooligan, you have that R button.
Almost died in the Hall of Storms. That's not something you see every day. Hooligan's in here.
The
mosh
pit gets canceled, but regardless.
Healing up here. The core will go down. The bunker is going to give him the flamethrower there. Big sundering, but it doesn't matter. It's too little too late. Ballistix will take the series 3-0. The last game, 15 kills to 3. And SDE's first career game of Kel'Thas ends with a bang.
9.5 out of 5 for SDE. Not out of 10. That was some pretty impressive Kel'Thas on his first Kel'Thas debuting stage on HGC. Now look at that, SDE. Chill. Good job, GG. Well played.
I don't know what it is that has changed from just last weekend for BlossoM to tonight. And like I said, I can't. I'm kind of speechless. Let's look at the experience. Jungha, 3K more experience than Wiz. Well, if you look at his kills as well, like he has a larger involvement. But not, I mean, actually not even really if you compare the 3 to the 15, but I'm talking about how much soak he got. He is 20K more siege damage as well. He was always in lane more, but there are some problems for BlossoM. Merry Day, it felt like, was playing to survive and not to die oftentimes rather than to keep his teammates alive in this game. I feel like in games 1 and 2 it was a little bit different, but there were just clearly some shot calling problems. The 2 deaths mid, like that was
the start of the fiesta. Yes.
I feel like this was a fun series in a lot of ways, and we got to really showcase SDE's Kel'Thas. That was a fun end of the series, but Game 1, some problems for BlossoM. They picked Artas, so like I was saying earlier, like let's forget about that game. Let's just pretend like that didn't happen. They kind of tried a weird draft. It didn't work. Game 2, okay, totally crushed. Not even a close game. I don't have any excuses for them anymore in that one. We talked about Wiz's rotations being a little bit off. You go to Game 3, and then there was just almost no signs of life for Ballistix. And SC,